The Last Tree by Ingrid Chabbert. When I was a boy, besides being small for my age, I was enormously bored. To entertain me, my dad told stories about the world when he was young. His favourite thing was rolling around in the grass with his best friend, cartwheels on Monday, leapfrog on Wednesday, and kite flying on Sunday. I had a best friend too, but not the grass to go with him. Instead, we had roads, walls, and lots of other ugly things. Actually, there was a bit of grass left. You had to go a long way to get to it. Sometimes I cycled there because it was faster, but I couldn't roll around in it and I couldn't walk on it barefoot. One day I counted the blades of grass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 13. There were only 13 left. The week before, there'd been 17. When I got home, I lost myself in my books to see some green, some leaves, some happiness. The next day, Gus, my best friend, came to find me. "You have to see this," he told me in secret. We jumped on our bikes and I followed him. I followed him for such a long time, my legs hurt. "We're here," he said finally. We got off our bikes and I kept following him. And there, behind a low, crumbling wall, a small tree was hiding. "It must be a very young tree." "It's so beautiful," I whispered. "It's the first one I've seen. Do you think it's the last tree?" "Probably." We stayed a long time looking at it without moving, without speaking. That night I dreamt about it. I imagined it tall, huge even, and majestic. But the next day, when I saw the front page of the newspaper on the kitchen table, I quickly understood that it would never be huge. The headline read, 247 floor luxury condo, construction to start this week. And next to the headline, a photo of the broken down wall hiding our little tree. My parents looked on, surprised. As I ran to the garage, my bike was waiting. Together, Gus and I rode as fast as our legs and wheels could go. The little tree was still there, unaware of the threat hanging over it. I took a shovel from my backpack and started to dig. I had to get it out of there. I gently took the tree, put it in my backpack, and got on my bike. We rode for so long that early morning had turned into night when we stopped, exhausted. This spot would be perfect. We dug and dug and dug, so it would do well in its new home. I looked at it, I looked at the stars, and asked them to watch over it. It was the last tree. Years later, I returned to see it. I had grown, the tree had too. The end.